Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. My name's Fred Weaver. My mint is gone.
I'm Kevin Kaufman. We're Group 4610, Arizona's premier short sale team.
Yeah, we're talking a little quieter today and yesterday if you watched yesterday's video because, well, we're in a room and there's people next door, and sometimes when we get kind of rowdy, the people next door get, well, curious as to what's going on over here.
And I'm practicing on being more quiet in 2011. It's a goal of mine.
You almost sold that.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, so here's the deal. I would like to talk about second liens today.
Growing a beard and being
because in the last few classes, we actually just taught a class this week on last Monday.
In Havasu, yeah.
In Lake Havasu, Arizona.
It was awesome. By the way, hats off to the Lake Havasu group. You know what? I'm going to give them some kudos right now on Short Sale Power Hour while I think about it. Well, apparently I can't stay quiet when I'm excited. So, Lake Havasu is a small town in Arizona that has about 55,000 full-time residents or so.
Somewhere in that ballpark.
There are about 500 real estate agents and their board of realtors. 55 of them showed up for Crush It short sales. More than 10% of the entire board showed up for our short sale class.
Wow.
And they brought the energy.
They did. So if you're attending our class in Phoenix, Arizona on January 21st, we're challenging you to bring the energy. If you're attending our class in Seattle on January 28th, you better bring the energy. Okay, so now let's move on.
Okay.
Let's get into today's topic.
I'm sorry, that was really exciting for me. All right, so second liens.
Second
we want to
liens.
talk a little bit about second lien. A lot of the questions that continue to come up in our short sale classes is, hey, how do you handle negotiations, second lien? Sometimes the second lien wants, maybe they're requesting something that's too demanding, or maybe the first lender is actually being unreasonable, but we still have to go deal with the second lien because at the end of the day, the first lien holder is who makes that decision.
Well, we teach a really what I'll call complicated or detailed at least piece in our Short Sale Crush It video series called what we call basically the multiple HUD technique.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to give you the snippet of that, which is the very first thing you can do if you're out there and you're like, well, the second always wants more. Here's the very first thing you can do. Set them up to expect to receive very little. Meaning the initial HUD you send to them, put $500 on it. Put $1,000 on it. Put 2% of what their loan balance is, okay? Now, go over to the first lender and tell the first lender they want 20% of their loan balance. I don't care what you tell them, but the idea is that the second lien holder always wants more.
Oh, always, 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 always.
I've never had a second lien holder who looked at my HUD on the initial one and went, oh, that's great, I'll just send it over an approval to you. Now, you know what? Once in a while, we'll get approvals without having to send multiple HUDs, but you know when we usually get them? They're lenders like Citi, where it's their own portfolio, and they don't even look at your HUD. They just send you over a letter for what they want. They don't not really even look at the HUD.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do for starters is to set them up to expect less than what you have the likelihood of giving them. That's tip number one.
Absolutely.
The second piece is you've got to remove yourself from the situation of, well, they're owed such and such an amount and their loss is this, because that's where the second lien holder really wants to take you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, here's the deal. I'm gonna give you this one last tip on this subject, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Here's the deal, guys. In second lien negotiations, understand this. You're gonna hear some real direct negotiation tactics by your second lien negotiators. The one thing that you have to keep in mind is that it is not about you. Despite the fact they're gonna make it about you, here's what they want. They want money. Now that money can come from you, that money can come from the other agent, it could come from the buyer, it could come from the seller.
They generally don't really care as second lien holders.
They just want the money. And you have to find out a way to make that work. If you want to really learn how to make that work, here's a suggestion for you. Check out our video coaching series, shortsalecrush.com, and we'll go into our full in-depth strategy on how we handle first lender versus second lender. But I'm going to encourage you right now to, if you don't have that part of your business nailed on how to deal with first and seconds, check out shortsalecrush.com today and get our audio video coaching series and learn how to deal with that better and have better results quicker.
And I'm just going to wrap it up with my piece, which is going to be from a mindset perspective. You need to understand that the second lender has no negotiating position. That's the mindset you need to understand. Sure, there's a lot of technical pieces that go into it. There's some strategies that we implement. Most of those strategies are covered, all those strategies, are covered in our short sale video Crush It series. But what you need to understand is they have no negotiating position. Don't listen to them when they say, well, we just can't approve it. Well, I'm sorry, that's just not enough. We're just going to let it go to foreclosure. They have no negotiating position, okay? They really do not. If the first isn't being satisfied with the amount of the purchase, then the second is going to get nothing at foreclosure, okay? So anything you give them as a bonus, and you need to have that mindset when you're going into it, is that, no, I'm actually helping the second lien holder. Because if I wasn't here doing the this short sale, the second lien holder would be getting zero. Yep. And think of all the homes out there that go to foreclosure that don't have short sales done to them. More than 50%. All of those, they get zero. And do you see them crying about it? No. They're over there working on the short sales, trying to negotiate and collect more money from you. They're not really crying about the foreclosures. They're working on the ones they know they can get more money from. So keep that in mind. They don't have a negotiation position, so don't give them one.
Absolutely.
Let's wrap it up.
1,
2,
3.
Short sale power hour. Short sale power hour.
Crush it.
Darn second lien holders.